Thank you all for joining us. This is just beautiful. We welcome you, and I'm honored to stand here tonight as the mistress of ceremony. The first inductee this evening is an internationally celebrated writer, poet, and activist who won the Pulitzer Prize in fiction in 1983 and the National Book Award for The Color Purple, Alice Walker.
The gifted author, poet, and educator Alice Walker was born to sharecropper parents in Eatonton, Georgia. She's been an activist all her adult life and believes that learning to extend the range of our compassion is an obligation for all. Alice Walker is a self-described womanist and social activist. As an undergraduate student, Walker traveled to East Africa, where she wrote the poems that would culminate in her first published book of poetry, titled Once. Following graduation, Alice Walker briefly worked for the New York City Department of Welfare before returning to the South, where she worked for the NAACP in Jackson and as a Black History consultant for Mississippi's Head Start program. She later returned to her craft, becoming writer-in-residence at Jackson State University and Tougaloo College. Walker's second novel, Meridian, closely parallels Walker's life experiences and explores activist workers' challenges during the civil rights movement. Later, Alice Walker created her best-known work, The Color Purple, which she won the Pulitzer Prize in Fiction and the National Book Award. Walker's novel was adapted for the screen by Steven Spielberg in 1985, starring Whoopi Goldberg and another Mississippian, Oprah Winfrey. The epic drama earned 11 Academy Award nominations. Alice Walker, the internationally celebrated writer, poet, and activist, has provided a prolific legacy, including 7 novels, 4 collections of short stories, 4 children's books, and volumes of essays and poetry. Walker continues to write today and inspire future generations with her essays, filled with stories profoundly relevant in today's world.
We welcome to the stage, Color Purple.
I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight my brothers. A girl child ain't safe in a family of men. But I never thought I'd had to fight my own house. I sat in that jail. Sat in that jail till I near about rot to death. I knows what it's like to want to go somewhere and can't. I knows what it's like to want to sing and have it beat out you. I just want to thank you, Miss Seeley, for everything you've done for me. I remember the day I saw you on the stove with Miss Millie. I was real bad. Eyes was mighty low. But when I seed your face, I knowed there was a God. I knowed there was a God.
The good Lord works in mysterious ways. The good Lord works in mysterious ways. The good Lord works in mysterious ways. The good Lord works in mysterious. Don't waste your time trying to wrestle with the worldly war. The good Lord works in mysterious ways. God's watching over you with ya, talk with ya. When the devil starts barking with you, God won't with you, no he won't. Yes, he works. 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 When the devil starts barking with you, God won't with you, no he won't. Yes, he works. Yes, he works. Dear God. Works, dear God.
I'm gonna take a deep breath, gonna hold my head up, gonna put my shoulders back and look you straight in the eyes. I'm gonna flirt with somebody when they walk by. I'm gonna sing out, sing out. I believe I have inside of me everything that I need to live a bountiful life. And all the love in me, I'll stand as tall as the tallest tree. And I'm thankful for every day that I'm given. Most are easy and hard ones I'm living. But most of all, I'm thankful for loving who I really am. I'm beautiful. Yes, I'm beautiful. And I'm here.
Let's give Meridian Community College a real applause. Let's do more than that. Meridian Community College Arts and Letters cast from the color purple. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting on behalf of Alice Walker, please welcome to the stage Dr. Ebony Lumumba, Associate Professor of English at Jackson State University, and the First Lady of the city of Jackson, the capital city of Jackson, Mississippi. Mrs. Lumumba. Thank you. Did I say Mrs.? Let me make sure I get you. I meant doctor. Doctor.
I'm all of that.
All of that.
Y'all stay here with me, will you? Good evening. This is indeed an honor. I'm honored to stand with these performers who have absolutely done one of the most beautiful works of our time, history and honor. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor, obviously, for Alice Walker, because who doesn't want to be an honorary Mississippian, right? Whether they admit it or not. It's certainly an honor for me to stand for her tonight. She's a woman whose words and writing about Black women I have clung to since I was a girl and on into my own journey as a Black woman, writer, and mother. I hope you feel honor, knowing how impactful this place, this state we call home, has been and continues to be in the life of this iconic writer. Many of you may have an idea, but others may wonder, what binds Alice Walker, born in Georgia, to Mississippi? Why does she belong here in this Hall of Fame? Perhaps you are aware of the time she spent in Mississippi as a writer in residence on the campuses of Jackson State University and Tougaloo College. I indulgently claim a personal connection to her by virtue of teaching her work on both campuses over 4 decades after she held those positions. Maybe you know it was in Mississippi where she met a young Jewish lawyer and activist whom she loved and later married, becoming the first legally married interracial couple in this state. You might know that their daughter, Rebecca, Alice's only child, was born in my hometown, Jackson, Mississippi. Perhaps you're like me and grew up seeing physical relics of her time here. As a child, I passed the house where she lived many times, hoping to glean, perhaps through osmosis, a modicum of her genius, as I longed to take on her craft and to write to and about Black women in the South. Considering all of this, it is clear how inextricably linked Alice Walker is to Mississippi. As substantial as these connections are, when asked, Ms. Walker simply states, "Mississippi called me." She shares that as a Black Southerner, it saddened her that the state's image had been so abused and that all of its loveliness was overlooked. And as Mississippians, can't we all relate to feeling that way at times? When she arrived here in the 1960s, Walker described witnessing a heart and radical determination in Mississippians. To her, the people of this state demonstrated unmatched moral courage. And the foundation of all of that was love. So from my vantage point, through her writing legacy, Alice Walker has loved us, loved Mississippi wholly. Love is where I place the impact of Alice Walker's work. Tonight I'm channeling the inner child in me, the little Black girl from Mississippi who struggled to see her place in the world. That's where Alice Walker's words found me, feeling invisible, pleading for understanding and simple caring, and then I met Celie and Suge. Nettie and Sophia, Maggie, Mama, Dee, and Wangero. I found myself all mixed up in their mess and their beauty, and how they were cast off yet creative. I read over and over again about society's rejection of their bodies, faces, and hair, and found community with Walker's women. In the pages of her nonfiction, Walker whispered to me about our mother's gardens and a spirituality so intense, so deep, this remarkable richness that I held as a Black woman. When I was starved for color, she gave me the color purple in place of lavender and reminded me that you can't keep a good woman down. So I'm grateful for the love Alice Walker has shown me, shown us. And I could go on, but I think you deserve to hear from the writer herself about the way she loves and how that love is extended to Mississippi. Thank you for acknowledging her here, and please join me in listening to her kind words about this recognition. Thank you.
I'm so happy to be inducted here in Mississippi, the Mississippi Hall of Fame, with people like B.B. King, whom I love, and all the other people. I have a little list that I wrote down because my memory is still not that great. But W.C. Handy, imagine the father of the blues, Sam Cooke. Ida B. Wells, this wonderful writer who also said no to lynching, no to abuse. And with her courage, her heart, her pen, she changed it as much as any human being could. So this is really, there used to be a movie called Band of Angels, and I don't really remember what it was about, but I love the symbology, that in a way, to come to Mississippi now and to be with the people in this way is to join another band of angels. And angels, as we know, are not really those pious beings with their hands like this all the time. No, some of them came brandishing swords of light, swords of wisdom, swords of kindness, and sorts of love, but not an easy love. You know, they came with fierce love of the people. Thank you.